What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to the Knicks Cave. I'm Jan and Nick Fan, your host, and let's get right into it. But before we do, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment. You want to know when the next video going to drop? Hit the notification bell. The New York Knicks end a 3-game skid by knocking off the Sacramento Kings 120-109, and man, it didn't look like it was going to end the way it ended. Let's just be honest. I know some of you probably didn't see the game. I don't have highlights for tonight, but we're going to get into this video anyway. This game was very important for standings and hitting the playoffs. Let me add one thing. The Brooklyn Nets is knocked out of the playoffs. Man. I'm not going to take any pleasure in that, but the reason I bring it up is for one of my friends, Brooklyn Net lover, and I just don't like Brooklyn Nets having the audacity to come into my hometown. Should have stayed in Jersey. Let's be real. They should have stayed in Jersey. They had their most success while they was in Jersey. Now let's get back into this video real quick. I know I seem like a Brooklyn Nets hater because I am. I'm just going to be real with it because I am. All right, let's get into this video. First we're going to start off with the stats. You see the 120, the 109. New York Knicks went down significantly. 21 points. Like I said, it did not look like it was going to end the way it ended, but I had hope. I'm not going to say I had hope, and I had doubt. Doubt being that, the Knicks are undermanned, and the Sacramento Kings came into, we went over there. They looked like they wanted revenge, came into our house. They looked like they really wanted revenge. So I did have, come on, let's face it. They came out, they were shooting like 68% in that first half. Like they dropped hitting threes from everywhere. So it was scary for a minute. The Knicks couldn't get it together. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk about about that down the line. You know what I'm saying? That if we're going to get out of the first round, the bench gonna have to do better. Tom Thibodeau gonna have to put together a better rotation. He gonna have to start taking chances on other guys and leaving his favorite out the picture. That's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Mainly talking about Burks. He gonna have to bring even Jeffries or Brown, or I don't even want to see Toppin because Burks is not getting it done right now. All right, that's just my opinion. He's not getting it done, and y'all know it as well. All right, let's get to the stats real quick. If you see what the New York Knicks did, but like I said, when you look at the stats, one would say the Knicks dominated this game throughout, but it wasn't so. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say this was a scary game, and it's not so scary as it was going to hurt us, knocking us out the playoffs. No, but I did want the victory. I did not want to see the New York Knicks fall and lose another game, make it a 4-game losing streaks. So when the game started, it was a little scary. Kings was on fire, hitting threes from damn near everywhere. They could have been standing in the damn hallway coming out of the locker rooms. They was hitting threes from everywhere, you know what I'm saying? And not to say we can't blame it on the lack of the defense, because the players wasn't getting off the blocks. They wasn't contesting threes. Guys was getting wide open 3-pointers. Second half, let's be real, that second quarter was a different story. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks came out and they did their thing. Well, we got 6 games left, and Chicago Bulls, we played them 3 times out of them 6 games. So out of them 3 times, I'm expecting at least 2 victories. I'm expecting 3 victories to be real, but I'm a realistic person, and also, so I don't see the Knicks beating them all 3 games. I'm not saying it's not possible, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I made a video talking about, and the Knicks, how many games we would win ending the season, and I had predicted the New York Knicks would go 49-33. A lot of people had the Knicks going 50-32, something like that. A lot of people had the Knicks going over 50 wins, and I was like, I'm gonna keep it real, and I kept it real. Right now, the experts have the New York Knicks finishing the season 48-34. I still believe the New York Knicks will go 49-33, and they can do that by at least beating the Chicago Bulls and at least Milwaukee Bucks, and they should finish the season 49-33. Even if they don't beat the Milwaukee Bucks or Boston, they will have to beat Chicago all 3 times and knock off the Brooklyn Nets. And I think it's possible. You know what I'm saying? For the last 6 games, for the Knicks to go 4-2, that's possible. But I would love to see the Knicks go 6-0 and 5-1. But in reality, I see the Knicks going, they might split this 3-3. But in reality, I'm hoping they go 4-2, not just for my predictions, but just to end the season right. Actually, I want them to win all the games. I'm rambling right now, but you know what I'm saying? Y'all get the picture. All right, let's move right along. The New York Knicks, some stats real quick. Like I said, if you look at the stats, you would think the New York Knicks got dominated this whole game through, but it wasn't so. Turnovers, we only had 11. Points in the paint, we outscored them 60. Second chance points, they got 17 on 9. Fast break points, we had 19. Points of turnovers, we had 26 points of their 19. Biggest lead was their 21, ours 16. You know, like I said, when you look at the stats, and if you want to go back, I didn't hit y'all with the other stats real quick. You know, the beginning of the game where the Knicks shot 55% for the game, going 44 for 80 from down for the field, 12 or 28 from downtown. They went 18 from 42. They shot 42%. The Knicks shot 42%. Like I said, they was on fire from downtown at one point. They was definitely on fire. So we just going to get into something I want to talk about real quick, and that's the bench. You know what I'm saying? If the bench don't step up, the New York Knicks is not going to have a chance in the playoffs. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? When I'm talking about is Burks, and if y'all been watching my videos, y'all heard me talk about. I'm not too disappointed with Bogdanovich's play. To be honest, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of say he can do better. We knew he wasn't a defensive specialist, so we knew he was going to be lacking on defense when we made that trade. But you know, everybody was expecting him to come out and score 20 points, and it wasn't realistic, to be honest, because the type of system that Tibbs played, Bogdanovich wasn't going to be touching the ball that much to be scoring 20 points on a nightly basis. So this is why I'm not upset with the trade with Bogdanovic. But when it gets to Burks, yeah, I think that was a move. That was a Tibbs move. Tibbs guy. I mean, he's not even good on defense. So that was a useless trade right there. I mean, we could have kept Malachi. Come on, the man dropped 50 points. That's another thing I've been talking about, how Tibbs evaluate his players. And I think he can be giving us a spark off the bench. He did a couple of times, but I mean, when you're not playing, come on, let's be real. When you're not playing and you're just thrown into the game, everybody always talking about it, and the cliche. You gotta be ready when your numbers call. And yeah, you gotta be ready when your numbers call. But come on, man. If you're not playing, you still have to, like Mitchell Roberts. Let's take Mitchell Roberts for instance. Everybody's talking about he gotta work his way back into the game, getting rhythm, this and that. Rhythm. Key word here is rhythm. If you're not letting the players build any kind of rhythm, it's gonna be preseason for them every time they step on the court. And that's how I felt with Malachi Flynn. I think a lot of coaches is overlooking this kid. I'm not saying he's going to come out and automatically turn the team into a contender, but he can be a spark off the bench. And I saw that when he was with the New York Knicks. And I don't understand why Tibbs continue to overlook talent. That's just my opinion. Even when you get thrown in your lap, you should be able to evaluate talent. All right, but let's get back to the bench. As you see these points right here, you look down here, the only productive person off the bench was Bogdanovic. As I said, I am not upset with him coming to the New York Knicks. You go to Robinson, 15 minutes, 2 points. 2 points. And a lot of y'all been wanting him back. And I'm not saying he cannot be an important part of this team, but I'm just saying he's not the piece that y'all think we need to be successful. Because if you see that he missed 50 games and we looked at better with him off the court, that's reality. With him on the court, as I said before, he's slow. He don't get back when the ball. That's why the Knicks is one of the slowest paced teams in the NBA. He don't get back on defense in time to be effective on most plays. Let's be real. Or even in offense, if we got a quick fast play, he's not going to get down there to set a nice a pick or anything. He's not going to be in position. We have to set plays. We have to slow things down if we want to get Mitchell Robinson involved in the offense. And that's something Tibbs don't want to do. And this is why he's scoring 2 points. You know what I'm saying? And in my opinion, he don't fit the New York Knicks. Yes, he's a great defensive player, but what do he give us other than defense? And right now, he's not even giving us defense. And again, y'all gonna say he got to get back in his, in the flow of the game, and he got to get rhythm. And then we just go back to my point about Malachi Flynn and other players that this coach overlooked. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. Let's move on. Like I said, the New York Knicks is not going to go far if the bench continue not to give help. Tonight we got help from Hart. Cause let's be real. Let's be real. Hart is not going to drop 31 points every other game, or every 4 games, or every 5 games. No, he's not. And we rolling down to the end of the season. So that's like a every 10 or every 15 game thing for Joshhart. I'm not saying he won't and can't put up points, but it won't be 31 points consistently. Dante is a different story. I just would like to see him be more consistent. Tonight, he had 21 points. All right, let's go over there. Like I said, Brunson, 35 points, 38 minutes, 12 of 20. But can he continue this in the playoffs? You know what I'm saying? When it come crunch times, when the fouls is not going to get called so much as it get like here in the regular season. You know what I'm saying? When it's going to be much more leeway, as we complain about the calls that he don't get right now. Just think about when the playoffs start. Is he going to be able to do it by himself? Is Dante going to continue to be his sidekick to help him? Will Tibbs be able to draw up plays to get other players involved? Now, I was looking at tonight, and I was looking at Bogdanovic, and Bogdanovic can be that spark off the bench. And when I mean spark, I mean he can be the person that provides us points when Jalen Brunson go to the bench, when Dante go to the bench. Tibbs has got to start running plays. Start having whoever he's going to have play the point, penetrate, kick it out, coming off the screen. He got to start running more plays for Bogdanovic if he wanted to see the offense continue to progress while Jalen Brunson's on the bench. That's just my opinion. Tonight, we came away with a victory. Once again, I'm gonna be honest. It did not look like we was going to end the game. We ended the game. It looked like it was over for the New York Knicks. It looked like we was about to get blown out. But the New York Knicks turned it around, and we can do the same thing going into the playoffs. We can still be that dark horse. Tibbs just got to make some adjustments. That's just my opinion. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. But before y'all do, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. And don't forget to leave a comment. All right, with that being said, I want everybody to stay safe, stay healthy, God bless, and peace.